Myself, Dr. Sandeep Rahar, Head of Department at Khalsa College of Pharmacy, Amritsar. I am going to deliver a lecture to D Pharmacy second year students in the subject Drug Store and Business Management. Today's topic is the cooperative societies. So this is the subtopic of the different type of business organizations or form of business organizations. So one by one, we already discussed about the business organizations. So we are discussing the private business organizations which are classified like first is the sole proprietorship, then joint Hindu family firm, then partnership firm, then last lecture joint stock companies, and this last is the cooperative societies. So what is the, you can say, basis of the start of cooperative societies? We have seen in other business organizations, as the time passes and this industrial revolution, the industrialist or the businessman, they started exploiting the workers or employees and also the consumers. Exploiting in the sense, if we talk about the employees or the workers, so the long working hours, more than normal, long working hours, then less wages, poor working conditions or bad services. So these are the exploitations in relation to the employee or the worker. And in case of consumer, the increase in the cost of the final products which ultimately used by the customer or the consumer. So it's very difficult to purchase or use the products or the items by the weaker sections of the society. So all these, you can say, difficulties or the exploitations and this economic hardships and other bad service conditions and continuous exploitation of workers or the weaker sections of the society leads to the, you can say, different, you can say, people of the weaker section of the society, they start or they think about the mutual help to better their economic conditions. So this, you can say, thought by the weaker sections of the society leads to the worldwide movement of the cooperatives in the various fields. Clear? Or in other sense, if we want to define this cooperative societies, you can say that a voluntary organizations of persons, usually with limited means, who join together to achieve a economic goal through mutual and self-assistance. Clear? A voluntary organization of persons, usually with limited means, or the poorer persons with limited means, they join together, they join hand together with to fulfill their economic needs, or to fulfill the economic requirements through the mutual and self assistance. This is the, you can say, definition of the cooperative society. Or you can say these weaker sections, or the poorers, or the low middle class community, they mutually start a joint enterprises through their mutual help to fulfill their needs, is the cooperative society. Then, so these, you can say, cooperative societies, the persons, they share their finance or the capital up to a certain limit as per the rules and regulations laid in the, or you can say, laid during the opening of a cooperative society, and they also elect a managing committee which is comprised of different type of persons having different tasks. So managing committee is comprised of, first is the president, second is vice president, then third is secretary, fourth one is joint secretary, and then fifth is the treasurer, who look after the financial matters. So all these you can say, this is the, you can say, managing committee of the cooperative society, which is comprised of the president, vice president, secretary, joint secretary, and treasurer. So this managing committee, this is elected by the members of the cooperative society. They are elected by the members of the cooperative society, and the capital or the finance, it is collected by the members of the cooperative society by purchasing of shares up to a certain limit as per rules and regulations of the cooperative society. So in the last joint stock company, the shareholders can purchase unlimited number of shares, but in case of cooperative society, the shares are purchased by the members of the society to collect the capital, but there is a limited number of shares can be purchased by the member of the society as written in rules and regulations of the society. So this is the, you can say, the skeleton of the society and how it collect the capital. Clear? So some other conditions of the cooperative societies are that first was that the limited number of shares can be purchased by the members of the society. Second, the shares of the society cannot be transferable, means a person cannot transfer his share to another person. If he want to leave the society, he has to sold the share to the society only. Okay, this is the another condition, that is, if a person want to withdraw from the society, he has to sold the shares to the society or has to return the share to the society. So this is the another condition, one of the another condition of cooperative society. So now there are different type of societies which exist in our community or in our state or in our country. First, like the cooperative credit societies. Okay, then consumers cooperative stores, then cooperative farming societies and cooperative housing societies, then industrial cooperatives, then producers cooperatives, and other is the marketing cooperatives. Industrial cooperatives, marketing cooperatives, producers cooperatives, then cooperative housing societies, cooperative farming societies, then consumers cooperative societies, then cooperative credit societies. So these are the, you can say, different type of societies which exist in the community or which are run by the weaker sections of the society. So now advantages of the cooperative societies. What are the advantages? First advantage, it is very easy to start the society. There are not much legal formalities to start or to establish a cooperative society. Okay. Then second is any 10 adult members can start the society, and it is very easy to register the society in the office of registrar of societies. This is another advantage. Then the formalities to set up a cooperative society are very less. Third advantage. Then fourth one is, in cooperative societies, as the cooperative societies are run by the members to, you can say, fulfill their own needs. That's why the products manufactured, assembled, okay, or produced by the cooperative societies are quality products. So, which will, you can say, raise the standard of the living of the weaker sections of the society. Third advantage. Then fourth advantage, the products, no doubt quality products, as the cooperative societies, they run on the basis of no profit, no loss. Hence, the cost of the products are very reasonable. Clear? So the poorer section of the society can purchase the products, or you can say the purchasing capacity of the poorer section of the society will be increased as the cost of the products is very low. Fifth advantage, liabilities on the members of the society are very limited. Limited in the sense, the liability on the members of the society is based on the share of their capital, which is shared by the member, or the number of, or the amount of shares or amount of capital in the form of shares has been purchased by the member. According to that value, the liabilities are fixed on that member. Okay. Next, in case of death of the member or bankruptcy, insolvency, or conviction of the member of the society does not affect the working of the society. Clear? This is another advantage or the benefit of the society. Next advantage, even a poorer person or the very weaker section, or the person belongs to very weaker section of the society, even farmers, so even rickshaw pullers, even auto drivers, they can become the member of the society by purchasing the shares of the society as per their capacity. Okay, so this is the another advantage of the society. Next advantage, government, either state government or central government, they provides different benefits to the societies, like they provide loan to the societies at very low interest rate. They provide land to the society by giving the subsidy to the society. Okay, then the government provide tax concession to the society so that society can expand its business to benefit the members of the society, or the benefit to benefit the poorer section of the societies. So all these are the advantages of the cooperative society. If there are some advantages, few disadvantages are also there in the cooperative societies. First one is as we know that the cooperative societies, they are run by the weaker section of the society. So the cooperative societies generally they suffer from the shortage of capital, because the finance or the capital is very limited in the cooperative societies, as the members of the society, they are not too much rich, or they are not capable to arrange the finance, because they all belongs to the weaker section of the society, workers or poorers. That's why the shortage of capital or chances of shortage in the capital are always there in the cooperative society. Second disadvantage. So due to limited resources, what we limited resources, that is the shortage of capital. So cooperative societies are not able to invest in large scale business or in risky business to get the more profit. So this is the second disadvantage of the cooperative societies. Third disadvantage, as the members of the society belongs to the poorer or weaker section, so there may be the chances of the groupism among the members of the society, so which leads or which affects the functioning of the society, ultimately leads to the loss in the profit. Okay. So as another disadvantage, as the managing committee, which is elected by the members of the society, may not be much experienced and efficient to run the activities of the society, which may ultimately lead to the loss to the society. So this is another disadvantage. Another disadvantage, reoccurring losses due to inefficiency of the managing committee, misuse of funds, ignorance of rules and regulations, unnecessary interference by the government agencies and political persons may affect the working of the society. So this is another disadvantage of the society. Okay. So this is you can say all about the cooperative societies. Okay, in the nutshell, so cooperative society, it is the, you can say, joint enterprises or a joint business which is collectively established by the poorer or weaker section of the society, as they are generally exploited by the industrialists or businessmen, and they start their own venture by sharing their funds in the form of shares and mutually help each other to fulfill their needs or deeds. This is the cooperative societies, and we discuss all about the advantages and disadvantages of the cooperative societies. So advantage like very easy to start, quality products with reasonable rates, clear, and even a rickshaw puller or auto driver or a farmer can become the member of the society. These are few main advantages of the society, and disadvantages like groupism and shortage of funds, and you can say unexperienced managing committee may lead to the losses of profit of the cooperative societies. So this is all about the cooperative society. This is all about for today. Thank you.